Hello, all. Good evening. Hello, Stang Racer, Trish. Yeah, Sluggo, we have a lot coming together all at one time. Yeah, Trump basically made that comment. Give you the deadline. Get it figured out by Christmas, or I'll figure it out for you. Wonder how that's going to work. Oh, I saw that USMC doc. So sorry for that loss. Marquez need a new pair of shoes. Nice picture. Here's top for discussion. When are the children going to grow up? They constantly trying to impeach. Just let them have fun. It's their diversion. Keeps them from doing anything meaningful. Oh, wow. Wanda. My kitty came home after being missing for 6 weeks. I had a cat like that. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if the cat showed up at my house here from North Carolina, you know, 5 years later. Let's see. Farmer V's take on this one. It's not just Ukraine. NATO will lose if Ukraine does not end. Bottom line, USA and Trump win. I believe so. Jay Branch, I'm afraid to ask what channel. I'm just let me play dumb. Uh-oh. Dog got into the Christmas stockings, ate some of the candy. My money is on the cat, egging him on. The cat totally egged him on. It's going to be a Rumble freeze night. Is everybody freezing on Rumble or just you? Let's see. I am, and got a lot of compliments on the Henrietta shirt today. Henrietta says, "Eat crow." Some of your finest work. At Dawn, we're going to have them on here. Impact Health. We're going to have them on with all the instructions on that front. I need to follow up. Matter of fact, I'm going to make myself a note so we can do that tomorrow so that I can collect the proper links and everything you need. It's Christian healthcare. Hello, Wade, Sarah DeGoo. Not much news. I should probably warn you folks. Of course, I did if you read the description. Hello, Daisy Duke. It is a painfully quiet day. Couple small, interesting pieces, and that's all we've got. Bond market quiet, groups quiet, banks quiet. See, it's freeze night, YouTube in Michigan. It's only 32 degrees here. That'll do it. Jerry, birthday's Friday. I think you're probably about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks early. That's just my guess and my gut. But I'm still hearing it is quite possible. Anna Liberated finally got a job to carry me over, but then it's going to happen. It's like washing your car. Guaranteed it's going to rain. Everybody blames the cat. South Texas had a pretty day, according to Steve. Ivan, I wish we had some good bank stories. I've been missing some of those. Paul, I think it's about time for whiskey and wisdom. Any thoughts regarding the cleanup of CIA? I don't think it can be cleaned. I think it needs to be dissolved, disbanded. Mitchell, Mark reading descriptions like a man reading the assembly instructions. Real men just don't do that. Nope. Oh. Zachary. Oh, that's an interesting spelling. Emma, happy birthday to your Zachary. Edward, I see 8 inches of snow. CJ Munger, my chicken's name is Henry. It's a great name for a chicken. All the great chickens are named Henrietta or Foghorn Leghorn. I hadn't given that much thought. Take years to dissolve and disband the CIA. There's so many sleeper cells. It would stay together as an organization operating clandestinely, however that works. Just like they have running drugs in and out of countries, making money on the side under the tab. How many more whistleblowers need to come through before people stop trusting them? I've got friends that work there, world-class people. And even they will tell you there's something funky and stinky in that fish market. Some fish has gone bad. Yeah, I saw that one, Joe. See, Chief of National Intelligence Venezuela released the list of all the congressmen receiving kickbacks from the Maduro regime. Yeah, Thomas, I'm not going to mess with your foghorn leghorn. I say, boy. Oh, I like that in his Goldie hen. George, Loki jealous. Our rooster was Daddy Rooster and his mate was Goldie Hen. I like that one. They have not passed all the petroleum HCL laws. They've been working on it, though. Silver crossing the $62 mark, and it just keeps running. Silver going up, copper going up. I don't know if copper will continue to rise. I think it will. But silver, yeah, it's got a long way to run, in my opinion. Could consolidate first and then run again, but Surfer, what'd you say? Your friends in the CIA are definitely not saying good morning, ladies, because they're not blind to the situation. No, they are not. I hope most don't get that reference. Samantha, I have 2 chickens, Henrietta and Wing Ding. Kukla, it's a link that does not exist yet. They are getting me a different link. So yeah, don't share that one. That is not the link you're looking for because that link has not been created yet. Thank you for trying though. I agree. I think silver run's indicative of how close we are. I'm waiting for gold to start another run again, and that's when I think we go bam. George, that is something to think about. Folks that can't, whatever. It might be time to take that retirement move. I'm not saying you should. I'm just playing with the idea in my head, thinking it through. Philip, that's going to be awesome, sir. We get a big birthday tomorrow. Go ahead and put a list together for Philip on tomorrow's list. Happy pre-birthday, birthday eve. Crazy impeachment happy Democrats. We should start doing it for fun too, just every other week, new impeachment articles of impeachment. Hey, come on, everybody's doing it. It's gonna be like the movie scene from what was that movie? Old School. Where they're like, come on, we're stripping, everybody's doing it. We're impeaching. Come on, everybody's doing it as they run through the halls of Congress. Yep. All right. Where are we at now? Everyone's focused on silver, but gold is shooting up too. Richard, I've been watching that. For those that are wondering, we can go over to our live ticker at Miles Franklin Metals 4242. On gold, silver 6207, platinum 1666. Ooh, evil. .50. Palladium 1498. It was a good year. It is running fast. I'm missing a lot of chats all of a sudden. Hey, Peden, my gut's telling me we could be buying a private jet in January after we finish the holidays. Darlene, I think you could be right. I think you could very possibly be right. So we're going to triple digits soon. A reminder, though, folks, when you see metal prices running like that, they are correcting for overprinting of money because it's not asset backed. We live in a very fake world. Hold on. Eyelash or something in my eye. They have debased your money. They've robbed from future generations. They've robbed from your future. They've robbed from your retirement. They've robbed from your children's future, your children's retirement, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren. Every time they overspend each year, they debase your currency and fractionally create magic out of thin air money. The only thing is, they can't create that asset out of thin air. They create a representation of an asset that doesn't exist, and they expect you to believe it. Are you that dumb? The answer is, if you're in this community, no, you're not that dumb. Is the average person around the world that dumb? Yes. That is why it has worked. Otherwise, it would have fallen apart a long time ago. As more people wake up, they have less and less power. Yeah, IRS, another great fraud. Wait, they collect their money to give it to the Fed. The Fed is not our government. The Fed is a private group of bankers. Yeah, this all checks out. Even gems are rising. Heidi, everybody's looking desperately for an asset to put money in so it will not evaporate and lose value. That's the faith they have in the fiat system. Jerry, I expected Powell to lower the rate today. It's kind of surprised they didn't go to half a point instead of a quarter point. Don't you think it'll be hard to sell silver once it gets to three figures? No. Yeah, where's way? What are your hopes of Powell? I mean, he's almost at his end of the term, so I'm not really worried about him retiring at this point. Janet, okay, it's just a question. I don't remember which question. And often, Janet, I use sarcasm a lot, which tends to be lost on some people. Not saying it's you. I'm just saying that a lot of people don't. Some people don't get my sense of humor. Some people totally get it and they're chuckling when I say those things. And sometimes I go over the top because I'm trying to drive home a point. Let's see. Best guess current list price on real estate at 1,000 USD. What would I offer? Wait. Best guess current list price on. You got some real estate that's being offered for only $1,000? Could be a mistype, Woodsy. Let me know. What would happen to everyone in the U.S. workforce decide to go tax exempt for 3 months? How bad would that hurt the IRS? Good question, Nate. I haven't really ever played with those numbers. Oh, geez. I don't think that's healthy, surfer. MarkZ, sarcasm is how we hug in this community. Don't. I really do need to find a second wind and desalt, lower my sodium level. Does the Fed affect silver, Frank? Yes, it does. How, might you ask? The Fed affects silver by printing money that doesn't exist without adding assets to the market, which makes your money worth less, which makes your silver appear to be worth more. Silver hasn't really changed in value. It's your measuring stick, your US dollar, and your other currencies. When you see it running, the won's losing money, the British pound's losing money, the euro's losing money. Every time you see metal running, it means your currency is losing value. The metal still has the same intrinsic value. It'll still buy you basically the same things it would have bought you 200 years ago. Well, if those goods were available, it'll roughly buy you the same level of real estate. It'll roughly buy you the same level of, a suit with shoes. It'll still roughly buy you just about everything. It is the value of your dollar that is obliterating. Oh, basic economics education. Dwayne, it is good to see you in the house. Just had some pepper. I do prefer pepper. My great grandfather Hancock said that was one of the reasons he lived so long, because he loved pepper and not salt. Wait, is my sodium podium back there? Edward, after the RV, do you expect gold and silver to devalue? No, I do not. No, what I do, Philip, there's not going to be much news, but I do need to get onto it right after this. If we go to an asset-backed currency and it is something that has a very set value, then you could see an increase in the value of our currency in relation. It'll seem like gold and silver are coming down, but the reality is they don't. They should really be the benchmark we use and the ruler to come up with everything, because they're going to buy a set amount of stuff. They're going to have basically the same value. It is the currency that changes. Edward, I got to find a good way to describe that. How many people get that notion? How many people understand that notion? Curious. All right. We got to get to what little news there is. And when I tell you there's very little news, there is very little news. Let's see. Did you see the video of Trump on Air Force One? Someone using the bathroom and bumped him with the door. No, I didn't see that. Spent 2160 in Glint, finally at 2434. Already 300. Wait, yeah, almost 300 bucks up. That's not bad. Let's get to what small news is out there. Governor of the Central Bank of, well, Iraq, translation, they're having a tough time with this one now. Participates in the conference of the future of financial markets in Iraq. Talk about the progress they've made, the digital progress, the transparency, the overhauling. Now, remember, they have a new system. They've talked about this that is going to is kicking in already, is already under implementation, and will be full in effect by January 1st. They have so many changes coming. Some of these, let's see, where are we at? UN leaving, the end of the UNAMI mission, or United Nations mission in Iraq. So we've got them leaving. We got a lot of U.S. forces shifting, drawdowns, numbers as their role changes to advisory, and just there, as an embassy, other countries like we are around the world. So that role, we were told a long time ago, when we reduced our roles, when we would get paid, or we would reduce our role when we got paid. So I think we're getting ready to get paid. Yeah, that's one of the big conversations in Iraq, that new financial system, all these new changes, new system, new banking system, all clicking in. And then we see everything going on with the Ukraine as well. Trump's push to end it, Trump's push in Venezuela. I think we are tiptoeing all around it right now. Reading a few of these. I'm going to keep going, guys. Like I said, there is just not, when it comes, bonds dead silent, banks dead silent today. Most divided Fed in 37 years, cuts rates, restarts the balance sheet growth. That'll tell you that they have signaled or thrown up the white flag, folks. They're no longer trying to defend the currency at all. By lowering rates and restarting the balance sheet growth, they've admitted that they cannot control it. All they can do, or they can't reverse it, all they can do is control the crash at this point. When you read that one, it should tell you a lot. They have chosen to try to protect the government and let the currency collapse. May take a while, but that is what they have signaled to us with this change. That's in my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to have different opinions, but I don't think they're doing the hard math. Because if they were doing the hard math, they would come to the same rational conclusion that Andy came up with, that I came up with, Jim Rickards came up with, Paul DeGaga. I'm trying to think of all the other thousands of folks out there, business folks, economists, that came up with the same conclusion. Denmark Central Bank. Yeah, we're going to gold. It's imploding. Our own Philadelphia Federal Reserve branch said, hey, we're going to have to go to gold. Writing's all over the wall. Keep watching it. Gunboat diplomacy returns. U.S. seizes oil tanker off of Venezuela. President Trump confirmed to Bloomberg that U.S. forces seized a tanker near Venezuela's coast, saying further information will be provided soon. A Russian tanker. This is ratcheting things up. But it was under international sanctions, and they are finally enforcing those. What does this do? Is this a way to get Russia back to the table as we closer to peace and Christmas with the Ukraine? Is this more targeted for Venezuela? What do you guys think on this one? I think we're getting ready to see. If you look at the poly markets, they think we will be, 62% chance that we will be in open conflict with Venezuela by March. The numbers keep going up each month. It's only like 20-some% chance this month. I think poly markets are eerily correct. I think something big is going to go. I don't think it's going to require a war, though. So hang in if you can. Be kind. My wife sent money to her brother in Brazil. It made him a matter of minutes today instead of 5 to 6 days. Meanwhile, I did a deposit down here in my local bank, and it takes a week, too. It takes it out of the other account that it's coming out of within an hour, but they don't let you have it until how long? Farm claims haven't been paid lately, so just Puzzle Man just hasn't been anything to talk about. A lot of people had hoped that Trump talking about his Aid to the American farmers, 11 billion might be farm claims. It's not. It's just been quiet. It's been painfully, painfully quiet. Okay, now I got to read some of these. Hey Jay, you didn't miss anything. It's very, very painfully quiet news cycle. I think we just got 2 million barrels of oil for free. Oh, hot wings would be good. See, Mark, when the banks have shorts in the silver market, how do they cover? They try to buy futures to cover their shorts, or they try to get somebody to commit physical silver to cover it, but enough physical silver doesn't exist. In the past, they played games and it was okay because nobody expected delivery. You could sell a contract 2 or 3 times, 10 times, 100 times. Or let's go over to the debt clock. Let's see where we're sitting right now. This is pretty close. It's not going to be dead on, but it's going to be pretty close. So where are we sitting right now? Let's get rid of this thing out of the way. Let's roll it up. Paper to silver ratio now, 357.3 paper silver ounces to every one actual physical in existence ounce of silver. Gold right now, paper gold there, 141.44 paper ounces for every one that exists. So in a nutshell, there are 357 people that think they have 1 ounce of silver, but only one of them has it. On gold, 141 people think they have 1 ounce of gold, but only one person has it because they have sold it. It would be like selling the same car that you own to 357 people. Who's going to get to drive it? Who's going to get to drive it? So when people start demanding delivery, it falls apart. And now that people are demanding delivery, it is falling apart. Howard Mann, Kennedy was shot by Secret Service. I believe he was shot by Secret Service. I think so, based on what I have read, what I have studied, the film I've looked at. I'm not an expert and I don't know absolutely, but yes, based on what I've seen, Howard Mann, I agree with that one. Savick, oh my God, I'm rich. Silver in my hair, gold in my teeth, crystals in the kidneys, sugar in the blood, lead in the butt, iron in the blood, and inexhaustible supply of natural gas. We love you, Savick. You, Gary, we got a couple of great ones. All right, folks. I wish I had more for you, but it is just that quiet out there this evening. Puzzle Man falling apart by pre 64 coins. Absolutely. I have been going through change whenever I get the opportunity. I've actually found quite a bit lately as the economy's gotten tougher, more and more people are dumping their piggy banks. You're getting more and more. I haven't had this much luck since the 1990s going through change and finding silver coins. A lot of people are breaking their piggy banks right now because that's how bad things are, and that sucks. Now, you can either bemoan it or you can take advantage of it, go through your change. If you work in retail, you're a teller, great opportunity. Take some of your own personal quarters to trade out when you run across them. Captain Reset, I like the name change, sir. It's good to see you. How are things down under? Infidel Castro. How many people think this? You don't have to be. You're allowed to have a belief. It was George Bush, Infidel Castro posting it was George Bush who oiled the trigger on President or pulled the trigger on President Kennedy. I think he was involved. Yeah, people have a piggy bank. Okay, glass jar, coin jar, pickle jar. Sputnik, America's dollar is legal tender. It says so right on the bill. Doesn't say it has to have a value, right? All debts, public and private. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. I wish I had more for you. I just don't. Looking forward to whiskey and wisdom tonight. Silver rays, banks troubled. We did that. So, yeah, we've covered everything I got for you today. Unfortunately, I will see those that would like to join for Whiskey and Wisdom. It is time to relax. Let me see if I can find this great escape. My family's on the roll of the United Cherokees tribe, not federally recognized. Will you give me a leader info how to get involved? Ooh, great escape. I'm going to have to actually, just by posting that, one or two Indian elders, leaders should check in and let me know if I hear anything great escape. I don't know anything. So if they share something with me, I can pass it on to you. I can't think of anything right now, though. Inglorious and on. Ooh, it might be a good new name for us. See you, folks.